your bacon, 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 where's your bacon, or however it goes.
That's the intro.
Yeah.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
Hey. Hey, everybody.
Is this your sexy, sassy voice?
No, that's not sexy. I was just kind of like, hey. That sounded kind of depressed.
Hey, you know, depressing might be my sexy. You never know. You never know what your bacon is.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody. Welcome to Bacon's My Podcast. Today, we've got a very special bonus crossover, start of a crossover show with Fleur and Luke from My Top 5 Podcast. What's up, guys? Yeah, we need one of those. I mean, I have one of those like Stream Deck things, but I never set it up.
Yeah, we always try and add sound effects.
Yeah, I wish we had sound effects. I feel like it's an underrated thing.
We did it for a couple of episodes because Caleb was editing them.
I want like old school radio guy. Yeah, like I want the board. Like I want
Like
old school radio guy.
Like
we can just do this.
Really annoying sound effects, but they're like off. They need to be awful sounds. Like
that's just a terrible sound.
Now you just input those in post,
right?
Yeah. Now you know. Yeah, it makes me think of the Always Sunny episode where Dee and Dennis do a podcast and they have sound effects.
That's like that's exactly. Literally, that's the whole concept.
I think besides the air horn, I think the other most important one that you need is the Price is Right. Boom, 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 boom.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If I could have that at the ready, I'd be set for life.
Yeah. If I could have that happen when I walk in any door, just so people know.
We have a really cool TV show in the UK called Countdown, and it's a bunch of old people and like super geeks, and they have a countdown clock that only ever does 30 seconds for rounds, and it goes boom, which is very good. That would be good for some stuff.
I like that too.
I'm here for it.
We're gonna have to pull that.
Yeah, we'll be
on. Just look it up. But you'll be amazed at how many people watch this horrifying.
You'll be blown away at Fleur's accuracy of depicting that sound.
To be fair, it was pretty close.
I have a folder on my laptop just full of all these like weird sounds that I've found to throw into like videos, and I've used maybe 5 of them. Like I have this is a funny laugh, and I'll use it.
Well, actually, I have them on this computer here because you said, hey, these might be useful one day, and they're still sitting on the desk.
They're those unzipped files right there.
Yes.
It's going to be How I Met Your Mother and have a laugh track on the back.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
Excellent. So Fleur has been on before. Luke has not.
No.
Not.
Luke is the
popping
co-host.
my bacon cherry.
That's right. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Well,
thanks. I don't want to be
provocative. Yeah, you guys are related.
This is what that sounds like, everyone.
That's just weird. But so what we've decided to do is we're gonna do like a crossover show. So you guys are My Top 5 pod. Again, Luke, you want to tell our listeners what that's all about? I know they probably heard Fleur's, but tell our listeners what to expect on My Top 5.
Basically, My Top 5 is we bring guests on. And typically, sometimes we do shows just us, but usually we have a guest. And they come in with a topic of some sort, and we talk about our top 5s of that topic. And we all go around, and it's usually something that the guest is passionate about, which is why we do it, because then they get to talk about stuff that they don't usually talk about. Because it's a lot of musicians or actors or whatever, and typical questions are usually the same to those people, like, what was that album like that you made? Did you like doing that? And they're like, yes,
how'd you get the band?
1,000 times. But we get them to talk about stuff that they like talking about, like movies or superheroes or whatever. And that's our show.
Nice.
That was really good. I love when you talk about superheroes because you have a real large knowledge base.
My depth of superhero knowledge is vast. If anyone knows me at all, they would say Luke is the guy that spends his time.
I will
researching
say, since all of that, I have seen all of the Marvel movies now. Since all of our, so it's I should have done it before the episodes that we ever talked about them. But I'm not that that good at my job. So
we've done a handful of superhero based episodes, and every time it is just me coming clean to the person and saying, I'm sorry, you'll probably hate me. I don't know very much about superheroes. It's not because I think they're bad or dumb. It's just not my thing. And then I try to muddle my way through the episode.
I don't have exact references, but like you definitely phone a bunch in where you're like, that's not really a superhero movie or a superhero.
I'll pull shit in from like nonsense and try to claim it's a superhero thing. Like just nonsense.
Hey man, it's your top 5. That's the power of it.
That's right.
You can pick whatever you want to pick. Yeah. So if that's a superhero to you, then that's fine. If it's like Steve,
who's the real superhero?
Steve Carell in Office.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Today we brought you here to talk about our top 5 moments from our Lord and Savior.
Well, this one's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Don't get this guy started.
Anyway, my superhero knowledge is not vast. Is the point here, and I try to keep it light.
Hey man, make some good content.
Yeah.
Well, what we have settled on for our topic is pet peeves.
Yes,
which I have a lot of.
I imagine we might even find some crossover in here, which I think is going to be fun.
I don't know. Mine are kind of specific, but maybe.
Well, no, that's kind of the point. And what I love is every time I came up with one, I was like, oh, well, here's another one. So I have a bunch of honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, that's our thing.
We are allowed on our show.
I had to limit it too. That was pretty. I had to make some limits.
Yeah, he sent me his initial list, and I was like, wow, this is a lot of things.
I am full of hate.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
So we got a new sponsor.
Yeah, sweet balls, bro.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm pretty sure you can guess by that conversation that our new sponsor is Manscaped.
Yes, Manscaped, a company that I'm very familiar with.
Me too.
A few years now. I've been using their products, and I tell you what, my marbles have never been shinier.
I actually got their lawnmower 3.0.
Yes,
which it has skin safe technology, and they've just upgraded to the 4.0. And let me tell you, I love the 3.0, but the 4.0 is just so much better. It's got a light on it. Do I really need a light? Yes, you do.
Visual aids.
Yeah,
visual aids
absolutely do.
Sometimes,
for sure.
Sometimes in those crevices, that upper leg, inner crease.
Yes, agreed.
It's a tough spot. So the Perfect Package 4.0 contains the Lawnmower 4.0.
Yes.
But one of the things that I am a big fan of is the Crop Reviver.
Yes.
They call it. It is. They call it the Ball Spray Toner.
Yes. So it's
those marbles.
What else is in the Perfect package as well is the ball deodorant.
Yes.
It's the Crop Preserver. It's an anti-chafing. So when you walk a lot, I don't know about you, but sometimes I get the chafing. I should probably lose weight, but instead I use this.
I'm just a fan. I've always been a fan. I was super excited when you told me that we got the email from them saying that we could now offer a discount to our listeners.
Yes.
I thought that was super cool. So
and men and women can use it too.
Absolutely. It's not just a man thing.
So if you want, you can get 20% off.
Yeah,
your order now.
A big deal.
That's a big deal.
Pretty awesome.
Use the promo code BaconPod. You get 20% off at manscaped.com. So go ahead to manscaped.com. Save yourself 20%.
Yeah.
Use the promo code
BaconPod.
And make your marbles clean.
20%
and
off.
Shiny.
Check it out, manscaped.com. Highly recommended and used by your boys here at Bacon Is My Podcast. Like I said, keep those marbles shiny.
Whoop, whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody. I am Eric Bischoff, and you're listening to Bacon Is My Podcast.
Well, you know what?
He's peeved.
I'll talk about this on one of mine, but I've noticed. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait until we get into this because this is very important.
Bust through the content right now.
Nice.
So why did you guys pick pet peeves? We will also ask this on our episode, but how come she did that? Just because you're annoyed at the world?
I actually picked it, and it's, you know what? I think it's actually really interesting to hear what people's different pet peeves are, because there's a difference between like, I can't stand when people do this, right?
Right.
But then there's also like the pet peeve, which is where you can't stand when people do this, and people go, "Why are you so grouchy?
Why do you hate that so much?"
That's the best stuff to me.
Yeah, those are fun ones.
Just the little minute shit that shouldn't bother you, but it does.
Exactly. It's that little thing. It's like that. Like I'm not touching. Like that kind of thing. So I feel
that's one of mine. Things by my eyes. You're walking up a little bit.
So I just
skeeved me out.
That's awesome. I don't get to do this much because he's usually that guy. But yeah, I just figured it would definitely elicit some great like content for you guys, and
then we can make fun of your pet peeve for probably being weird. And
it's going to be
the whole point.
A bunch of us are we're very weird for sure. So you guys want to get started?
Yeah, I'm down if you guys.
Okay. Let's start, ladies first.
Yeah,
Luke.
Oh,
love that. Fleur always makes me start.
I'm kidding. I don't even know Luke, and I'm already busting his chops.
It's fine. I can
let me see. Okay, so I just started writing on mine. I was just like, because I have so many. I would say I'm going to put this as number 5 so I can explain what I was just about to talk about. So recently I've been listening to the Always Sunny podcast. And if people don't know, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a TV show about 5 friends, and they're just the worst humans in the entire world. There is a character called Dennis on it, and he gets livid about everything, pretty much. And he gets uncontrollable rage about so many things. And I was listening recently, and Glenn Howerton, who plays Dennis, it has some moments where it's pretty similar to his character. And one of the things that he was getting really mad about on the podcast is bad parking. And that is one of my pet peeves. I am always livid about it. I tweet shame people who have parked horrifyingly. And it's just like this thing that really maddens me, because I'm like, it would have taken you 2 extra minutes to either straighten up, reverse a bit more, not hit someone's car, or, you know, I don't know if people really get taught parallel parking here, because the driving test I took, that was not parallel parking in this country, just have to say.
Depends on where you live, I think. Every state has their own tests.
Really, because here it was like reverse between 2 cones, and I was like, this is not parallel parking, because in the UK they will take you on the street between 2 cars on the road and make you parallel park during the day. It is high stakes. But I was listening to their podcast, and he was getting infuriated about it, and my husband also listens to that podcast, and I looked at him and I went, I'm Dennis, aren't I? And he was like, you are 100% Dennis. I've only just realized. I know it is scary, because we were getting into bed later and I was ranting about something, and I went, oh God, I am Dennis. I will never drive while eating cereal, which is not a soup. But
I'm actually happy I came up with a bunch of runners up, because that was one of mine for sure. And when
I would agree.
For me, I don't know about you, but when there is that guy that parks over the line, I absolutely park next to him so he can't get in his car. I am that guy. But I'll make sure that I can still park within the line on the other side.
But what happens if he just opens his door and destroys your car?
I was going to say, it depends on what car you're driving. If you're going to pull that maneuver off.
My car is a tiny Chevy Sonic. It was a cheap little. You could fit it in your back pocket if you want. It's fun. It's a nice little. Yeah, so you just go. Whoop. I so far, knock on wood, I have not gotten a guy whacking it, but I'm always the guy that, oh, cool, you're on a diagonal, I'm going to park next to you.
There was my favorite is when you go to the store, and the lines where they've put next to all the spaces where no one's meant to park, and someone's just parked on there.
Yeah,
because they just want to be closer thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's the fire lane.
And I took a photo a month or so ago of someone who basically half their car was in the driving area. They just hadn't reversed. There was nothing behind them. They just hadn't reversed far enough. I was like, how have you got out of your car and been like, this is fine?
There is actually, and you would love her because of it. There is a newscaster here on local News 12 here. who actually takes pictures on her social medias.
That's
and
great.
will post the car. Like
them.
when she goes out.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
She'll go and she'll go, bloop, this is the guy. He was here. And it's like, oh, what a jerk.
I haven't like ever been able to get a photo when there's someone inside the car, but I've definitely just plastered my Twitter full of people with bad parking. So
yeah,
me and Glenn Howerton, kindred spirits. That's my number 5. Bad parking.
Fair. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Absolutely,
it's a good one.
Luke, what about you, sir?
All right, my number 5 is like a thing people say. It's a way people say things. I have a couple of those. I actually had to take some of those out because there's certain things that get me. It's like figures of speech and stuff. All right, so when someone is going north and they say, I'm going down there. Or if they're going south and they say, I'm going to be up there, it drives me nuts. Like, I don't know why, but there's something about it's not even like I need you to have like perfect geography. I was
going to say, you know where every location is.
No, but like it just drives me nuts. I'm like, you should kind of have an idea of what general direction you're going. And if you do, just say the right direction. Like, it's okay. And if it's not up or down, just say over. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, no one's.
You really only have 3 choices. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to east or west it. You can just over. That
you
works.
should know if you're going north. I mean, it's like a clear shot. Drives me nuts.
I guess you would know because of the road sign, but yeah, apart from that, I wouldn't be like.
Which highway did you get on?
Gonna go up to Florida. I'm gonna spend the week and go up to Florida, and be good. Drives me crazy. Drives me nuts.
I thought you were going to say like an expression, like a figure of speech, because one of those that drives me insane in this country. Sorry to butt in, is when people say "on accident" in this country. Fucking drives me insane.
Wait, give an example.
Right.
They'll say, "Oh, I put that in the trash on accident."
Oh,
and I'm like, you can't say that. That doesn't work. They're two
right. That doesn't make sense.
No. It would be like I definitely do that for sure.
Yeah, all Americans do. It would be like saying, I did that by purpose.
Yeah.
Because it should be by accident.
Right.
And
or on purpose.
Did that
on I 100% do. Yeah, on accident.
No doubt.
I fucking hate it.
I'm gonna do it even more now. I'm gonna double down.
Oh yeah.
It drives me crazy.
He's gonna take it back.
There's a lot of those, and I was looking them up and of course I can't think of any right now, but like when people are saying some kind of exclamation and just one of the words they just get wrong. It's just like that's not the word that makes sense in that phrase. That's not how the phrase goes.
I know.
And
same with people do it with lyrics. It happens with lyrics all the time, and you just want to someone's chops, and you're just like, they've lived their whole life thinking this is the lyric.
People who pretend they know lyrics and when you're in a club and stuff, they also drive me insane, but they're not in my list. Let's move on to you guys. We
just nailed out a whole bunch. We're pretty much on our top 5.
I've just done it to top 5 right
there. right.
We'll be right back.
All right, so we just played the fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw our new sponsor next to us at the fair. Right? Any of you that have ever been to festivals, one of the coolest spots to go to is that spot that's selling you sodas with the copper mugs.
Oh, they're the best.
Wild Bill's, dude.
Yes. And you don't just have to go to a fair to get their stuff anymore. You can go to drinkwildbills.com and they'll send it right to your house.
They sent that ginormous box to us.
Huge box of stuff, and it made me realize that Wild Bill's isn't just soda.
Yeah, I thought it was at first, but man, the jerky and
nuts and coffee.
Oh man, snack foods, coffee, everything.
And if you go there now, drinkwildbills.com, use the promo code BACON, of course, and you get 10% off.
Oh, dude, check it out. Stick with us because we're going to be letting you know how that coffee tastes. We're going to be doing some tasting episodes on literally everything in the box.
Yes.
So stick with us. But, dude, you've had it. You've been at fairs. I've bought it. I bought that mug. It's awesome. I love it.
And now, again, we're heading into the winter months. It's going to get a little colder. No more fairs. Just have it delivered right to your door.
Drinkwildbills.com.
Yeah.
Easy for me to say.
Blah, blah, blah.
Once. Check it out. Promo code BACON.
Hey, it's DJ from Revel 9. And when I'm not busy doing the Hard Rock Lunchbox or the Top 20 or absolutely anything else, I'm listening to Bacon as my podcast.
You want to go first?
Sure. I'm actually going to switch my number 5 because I was debating between two, and when you were talking about parking, it just got me to talk about like an irrational thing. I hate when people are going slow in the passing lane and just stay there.
They also drive me insane.
They just don't move over, and you get behind them and they're oblivious. They just keep going slow. Or if I get in the pass lane to pass someone and then they start to speed up. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm exactly the same way.
Yeah.
I just sit in my car like a maniac, losing my mind.
I will say, I did a tweet forever ago that said my road rage is way less in this country because people can have guns, but I still get immense road rage.
Well, you also are very like picky. You won't pass people in the right lane.
In the right, yeah.
Well, you should never undertake.
That's not the passing lane.
Yeah,
it's very dangerous.
But yeah, if you're,
I do it to make a point. I don't know.
That's
good. I'll risk
it. We have people that will pass you in like an exit lane.
Yeah,
to take an exit, and they'll pass you on that or on the shoulder, and you're like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
I love watching people try to ride the shoulder and then get busted by a cop. There's nothing more satisfying, especially if you're sitting in traffic and they go by you on the shoulder, and then you see a cop coming up, and you're like, yes, all right, good. They're not getting wheels on. It's just so satisfying.
Yeah, I like that one too. I like anybody that gets caught and their day ruined by doing something stupid that bothers me. You bothered me slightly. I hope your day is just fucked.
But just small, just like kind of enough,
just enough.
Really annoying. I don't want you to be like hurt or injured. I want just to be very, very annoying.
I want you to stub your toe violently.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I want you hopping around.
I actually
that's mean.
Bad. So I used to drive back and forth from my ex-girlfriend from years and years and years ago. I used to drive really like 30 minutes or so, really late at night, and you get these cycle guys that are speeding past you, right?
Yeah.
So I actually did it, and I was like, "What?" And they came so close to my car. I was like, "What a fucking asshole!" I drove a few miles down, and wouldn't you know, he was standing on the side of the road limping with his bike just like mangled. He was limping. He was still walking around. He had his cell phone in his hand, so he was calling somebody.
Right.
But then because I saw he was okay, I was like, fuck, it suits you right.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was like
got dark there. Boy.
You want me to see your teeny tiny car.
I had a Crown Vic then, actually.
That's a big car.
That was a boat.
Maybe the wave of air that he got from passing the boat knocked his bike over.
Perhaps he got caught in the current.
I have to like talk myself out of opening my door into them.
Oh, jeez.
Like I have to.
Now he's Dennis. Wow.
A lot of vengeance from that.
Yeah, I feel like you're more Dennis than me at this point. Jeez.
People drive me nuts.
It's more than a pet peeve. That's serious.
So my number 5 is the phrase, "Ew, this is gross. You try it."
Oh yeah.
Fucking no.
I do that.
No.
I do that.
I could not relate more with that. Could not agree more.
And I'm pretty sure wives do that to their husbands all the time. And stop. Just stop. That's all.
Or smelling the same.
Oh yeah, this smells horrible. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Here, smell it. No.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I don't need to be a witness.
Yeah, exactly. I just that is the worst to me. I mean, we do that. We do that. We do it on our Patreon.
I totally do that.
We do that on the Patreon.
What, the smell test?
No,
the taste test. I'm like, this is awful. Try it. I do that all the time.
Weird shit. We're soon. We're going to be. Jameson came out with an orange.
Yeah, we're trying
Jameson orange. So yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly.
Yeah,
but we're going to try it because it's science.
We had dishwater flavored gummy bears. That was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why would
That
they make
No,
that?
jelly
And
beans.
you know
Jelly
what?
beans.
Or jelly beans. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know what?
That's what we did.
You should try them.
Give them a shot. They're horrible.
Do you
They're
know
awful.
what I
You
don't
should
know
definitely
is
do it.
how do they know what that would taste like to make the jelly bean taste like it? Do they
Pretty
have
sure
people
somebody
spooning
went-
dishwater like into their
They
mouth?
probably
It's
stuck
got to
it.
be a smell thing
Yeah, it has
because
to be a
how
smell
do
thing.
how do we know that they're correct when we try it?
Yeah.
Because like I'll taste a dishwater jelly bean and I'll be like,
Fair point.
that's totally right. And it's got to be a smell.
It's all about
It really makes you
smell
think.
is all about your taste.
What does
isn't
anything
it?
taste like when you really think about it?
Indeed.
Oh, God.
What it smells like.
We're in the Matrix.
Yeah, there you
Something
go.
to think about.
So everything
It
tastes
tastes like
chicken.
what they tell us it tastes like, guys. That's all
right.
I'm saying.
That's right.
That's
Wow.
true.
Time is a
Think about.
construct.
Well, that's deep.
Something to
Jesus.
think about.
All right,
Okay, I'm gonna do number 4.
right.
I have. I'm like, do I switch one out? I'm gonna do number 4 and say this is like a bit of a controversial one, and I don't mean all the time, but number 4 for me is dogs off leash, and that's
You
not
spoke
like
about this in our live
yeah,
before.
not like all the time. Just if they're meant to be. Sorry, I've just realized that sorry guys.
This is the worst ever, Fleur.
Sorry.
This is
Well, I
awful.
just realized my max
awful
Hashtag
fun.
professional.
die. Shut up. My max just
She's
about
gonna
died 'cause I-
talk about dogs being off leashes, and she's leaving everyone hanging so hard to plug in her computer.
You know what?
My
Because your
fucking
computer
life.
your computer right now is off leash, and you need to put it back on.
There you go.
We run a very
Wow.
professional operation here.
We actually have shirts that say hashtag professional because we are so not that.
Indeed, baconisbypodcast.com.
Yeah.
Little plug. There's time for a plug. Who knows when she'll be back? You can plug anything
That's
you
right.
want. Anything else to plug? Let's plug whatever else. You got any albums coming out?
Sorry guys.
Anything else, Fleur?
Big as my
I
passion
just
just put out his
Anything else
song.
you
realized
need,
it-
Fleur?
Sorry, I just realized it was dying.
Let's get her. Let's
Okay.
get her a hot towel. Anything else?
Dogs off leash. Not all the time. I respect, people that have dogs that listen to them. It's very specific to people that think that their dogs listen to them, that literally don't listen to them, and
Yeah.
they just let them off, and then they say, "Don't worry, he's friendly." Well, that's great for you. What happens if my dog decides not to be?
Right.
And I have a
Mhm.
beast of a dog who is very gigantic, and it's happened a few times with him, and luckily he hasn't reacted, but he has the power to react. He's
Yeah.
not very good with dogs that we have a neighbor down the road, and I fucking hate him. So if you're listening, mate, you're a dick. And he has this dog that I never see him walk it, so I don't know if he does or not, but he just will let it outside, and they don't have an invisible fence, and he'll just be like, "It's fine," and he'll be like, "Ranger, come back," and not like walk after it. And the dog has just gotten out so many times that it's nearly been run over. The whole neighborhood was chasing it at one point.
Oh, God.
And it has chased after my dog multiple times. It's a big dog as well, so I've always been like, there was one point where it literally ran up and started attacking my dog, and I literally turned around and was like, "Come and get your fucking dog." I was just screaming down the street, and we live in like a nice neighborhood, and I was just like, "You motherfucker." I was like, "He doesn't fucking listen to you." So if your dog doesn't listen to you, lots of people like to believe that their dog is very responsive to them, will always follow commands. Most of the time they do not. And so if your dog is not that person that does listen, then keep it on a leash, especially in areas where it says to keep it on a leash. End of rant.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%. If you find yourself in the situation of having to ever say, "He never does this," then your dog always does that, and you need it's not trained.
Yeah. All it takes is one time. Just one time. It's a dog. Dogs just do shit.
Yeah, because my dog he's great with training within the house and stuff, but if I let him off leash and he saw a freaking squirrel, he doesn't give a fuck who I am. He's like, "See you later, bitch." Like, I'm getting that thing. So that's why he's on a leash, because I know that under certain circumstances he's not going to listen to me, no matter how much training he's had. He's just he's very strong-willed. He doesn't give a shit. He's off. So he's always on a leash when he's outside of the house. Do you know what I mean? I take him to dog parks when they're empty so he can run around and stuff as well, but if I'm taking him out, he's on a leash. Like, responsible. Be responsible, dog owners.
100%.
Agreed. Jen had a run-in with a dog. Same thing. Like, one of our dogs is 80 pounds. Not quite as big as yours, but like
Yeah.
still a big guy.
Yeah.
And the second they see another dog and the other dog came running over and she's got 2 dogs, it's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leash your fucking dog.
There's nothing you can do either. You're just like, I hope this dog doesn't attack anyone.
Yeah.
It's also like, how hard is it to keep
I have no recourse here.
Yeah.
It's not hard
because
to
it's
have a
lazy.
leash.
It's laziness. It's
Yeah.
people that are just like, I can't be fucked to either run as fast as my dog or walk it far enough. So I'm just going to be like, it'll come back when I call it. And it's like, no, take those to dog parks where they're allowed to be off leash. Do you know what I mean? Don't just let them run around the fucking neighborhood. In my opinion.
100%.
That was number 4 for me.
I'm here for it. All right, my number 4 is not all the time, but if I'm at a bar that's advertising good cocktails, like there's plenty of bars that's not their thing. You're just getting like shitty drinks or whatever. But like a cocktail bar, or even just like a decent restaurant that has like signature cocktails, or at any capacity, probably over $10. I'd say is probably my line. If they do that and the ice is just the standard ass ice that you get with a Coca-Cola, that makes me very mad. I want fancy ice if I'm paying at least $10.
What does fancy ice look like?
Anything.
I know.
It could be
like
it could be like
glow?
Little
cubes.
pellets?
Anything more than just your standard shovel it in from like standard ice.
We have
the pellets.
We have the large cubes.
It can be the ball. Whatever you want to do, I'm fine with it. Don't give me the same thing. If I order a Diet Coke and I get the same ice as my $12 cocktail, like that's exactly what I'm
Jimmy
talking
is pulling out a giant cube for
We
the
have giant cubes.
There's-
I also have a bunch of Darth Vader heads.
Yep.
Yeah, I have
any
some
of that
shark
works.
ones, some Titanic
Any
shaped
of that
ones.
works. If I was paying over $10, I would be completely happy with any of those items you just pulled out. But if I'm getting the Diet Coke ice, why am I paying for that? It makes me very upset.
I guess I've never noticed that, but that's because the cocktails I get don't come with ice in them, but you get like Manhattans and things like that come with ice in. So I've never ever thought.
Like
of
I
that
said,
as a
if
thing.
it's just like a shitty whatever, like Jack and Coke, I don't care. Like put whatever ice you want in it. But if it's like if you're advertising it as like a decent cocktail at any capacity, just spend the extra little bit to get some decent ice. It's not a lot. Can't be a lot of money.
I do love a big giant cube.
Water's pretty cheap.
I'm a bartender, and I agree with that 100%.
I do
Thank
too.
you. Thank you for saying that.
I love
Thank you
that.
for saying that.
Validation.
It just makes the drink feel like cheap and not as good, and it like melts bad. Like
it definitely does.
Water
definitely melts a lot quicker. Yeah.
Even like the pellet ice is small. It doesn't melt the same way. Like it's better. Like I don't know. Pet peeve drives me crazy.
I'm with you.
Charge me less for drinks if you're going to be not give me good ice. That's all I'm saying. I'm passionate about this.
Commercial break.
All right, Jimsy. You think grilling season is over?
Almost, right?
No. Grilling season is never over because of a new sponsor of ours.
Ooh, what is it?
GrillYourAssOff.com.
I love the name already.
Yeah. It's a veteran-owned company that sells spices, barbecue sauces, cool swag, even cookbooks.
Oh, you know what? You sent me a link to that. I checked it out. That was awesome. They had some cool recipes right on their site. That was pretty awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's for free. But now that they're a sponsor, they've decided that if you use the promo code BACON, you get 10% off your order.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm ready. I'm definitely ordering some spices. They had a couple that looked really killer.
Yeah, and it's really, there's so many different selections that there's really a spice for everybody. The guys that are like heat heads, and even the people that just want something subtle, delicious, sweet, whatever it is, they've got something for everybody.
Awesome. Did we order any? Did we have any coming?
We've got some coming.
Nice.
And we're going to do some tasting episodes over on the Patreon.
Awesome. So
with
stick
a little
around.
Bit of grill your ass off stuff.
Stick around, everyone, because once we get those in, we're going to taste them, we're going to go through them, and then we're going to let you know what we think and maybe give you some choices that we would kind of go for.
So once again, head over to grillyourassoff.com, use that promo code BACON, and get 10% off.
Sweet.
All right, I've been preparing my whole life for this. Hey, it's Lainey Fenney, and you are consuming Bacon is My Podcast.
What do you got there?
My number 4 is any technology that's designed to do a job and it only has that one job to do, and it doesn't do that fucking job.
Okay. I thought your peeve was that it only did one thing, but if it doesn't do it,
no. I love things that are here to do one thing. But if you're here to do one thing, do that goddamn thing and do it every time. So, for example, if I am editing a video or editing a photo, and a new technology is formed so that I can click on the layer that I want, and every time I try and click on it, it picks and moves the layer underneath it. Now you're driving me nuts. Now I have to undo shit. Now I have to, like, it's very nuts.
I completely agree.
Well, Luke will get that because he's graphic design. So
I completely agree.
If I'm making some kind of page that has text and a photo on it, and I want to move that photo a millimeter to the right, and all of a sudden I have 2 blank pages, and no longer is my title bolded, and everything is fucked up because I moved it in like a quarter of an inch. It's driving me nuts. It's like, dude,
is this user error though, or is this technology error?
Probably user error.
That's not the point of the pet peeve.
But no, that's not.
If you're going to make
it should be easy enough that there shouldn't be user error.
Exactly. Well, and sometimes like a program will get updated, and the old way of doing it is less intuitive, but worked better.
Thing.
Yeah.
And you have the new way of doing it, and you're like, you motherfucker.
I would say any Adobe product is that way for me. Any Adobe
Photoshop.
They keep putting out updates that just make it worse and worse. I'm like, just chill. You're like, you already have all my money. Like, I'm paying you every month for this stupid software. Just leave it alone. It's fine.
This pet peeve I wrote today while working on someone's album cover.
Yeah.
I could not relate more.
And you delivered the finished product terrible. It looked horrible because it all went wrong. Here you go.
It definitely took
1/4 inch.
It took me fucking longer.
In a similar vein, not the same exact thing, but a printer. Its only job is to print, and I swear they're the worst devices ever made. Like, I know they're complicated. I get it. They're lasering, and there's ink and all kinds of crap going on. I'm with that. But we've had printers, 50, 70 years? I don't know how long printers have been around.
Right.
At least 50, right? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We should have a much better handle on how printers operate, and it shouldn't be a pain in the ass for me to use one. That's all.
I feel like an ink should not cost $1,000 a gallon.
Yeah, that's true too.
I do think that every printer, within 2 years, everybody wants to give it the Office Space treatment.
Yes.
No matter what.
It doesn't take 2 years for me. I swear, it's the bane of my existence.
Sometimes it's the first week.
Me and my work partner bought a printer for our office because we're like, we went without one. We're like, we have to have one. Okay, we'll get one. Used it 3 times. Stopped working. Couldn't figure it out. He's like a tech guy. Couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
we gave up.
Right.
Threw it away.
Yeah, awesome. That's my other thing. Printers, they should just be able to plug into everything, just work. Why what's going on with that? What's up with that?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
Passionate about this stuff.
I agree.
Passionate about it.
And make one fucking cable end.
Oh, don't even get me started on all that.
Make one cable end.
Yeah.
Or if you want me to be tethered to your brand, well then your brand should only make one fucking cable for your brand.
Very
You
true.
can't have your own cable and then put it on. The only thing is USB-C on everything you put out. Like, make a call. You gotta make a call.
What is that about?
I totally agree.
Yeah, I'm currently using my old Mac because I have a new Mac, but it doesn't have the inserts, and I don't have the AirPods with me right now, and I can't plug into the new one because of
don't have enough dongles.
No sockets, and I can't attach the printer unless I have an attachment to the new Mac. I'm just like, motherfuckers. Just
funny enough, I do believe that the newest model of Mac is changing that.
They brought some back.
They're bringing back a lot of the
might be because I got the Air, maybe, but I was just living about all of it.
I swear it's just the iPhone though that's keeping Lightning cable around.
That's the only one.
That's the only thing. I mean, I know the AirPods still charge with it, but like everything else is USB-C. It makes no sense at all. I don't get it at all. My iPad's USB-C. I'm like, what is like? It's so stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
My number
This is
4.
what people want to hear.
I know, right?
I'm sure.
It's
This is the
quality
content
content.
people are here for.
My number 4, it could be a lot of things. We could talk about the shopping carts that don't go back into the shopping cart stall. We could talk about vague bookers. You guys know what I'm talking about? Vague bookers, the ones that put a status or a tweet or whatever up, and it's just like the most vague thing ever. But you're like, do I feel bad for you?
Yeah,
no?
They want you to ask why.
What's your status? It figures.
Aggressive salespeople.
Yeah,
those guys.
aggressive statuses.
But number 4 definitely has to be FaceTimers in public.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
The ones that are on the grocery line like this.
Yeah.
And talking loudly because everybody knows that when you're on a cell phone, you have to talk way louder because otherwise they can't hear you.
Right. Cell phone having a cell phone is still a status thing.
Exactly.
What's funny about that is the same people that are doing that now were the same people who were doing speakerphone in public 10 years ago. Like they
exactly.
That was one of my honorable mentions, was playing music on a speaker on your phone and just talking on speaker. But yeah, carry on, Mike.
Walking around in a grocery store is just like, are you kidding me? Like I don't want to hear your conversation, and I don't want to see their ugly face either.
Yeah,
I agree. Could not
agree. It is
more.
always the uggos, yeah.
yeah. You know what? Whatever conversation you're having doesn't mean anything to me. I had this conversation. I had this conversation last night because I said before I'm a bartender, and there's always that the people that love to sit at the bar and talk to each other while everyone's cleaning up around them and all the lights are on and everything's done. And they're like, yo, can we get one more? And it's like, no, you fucking can't. Like, what are you doing? Why are you still here? Yeah.
Are you sure?
And yes. I always last night I was like, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you're not talking about anything interesting. I hear all of it and you're not even entertaining me.
Oh yeah, it's never anything good. It's never anything
you're keeping me here to talk about nothing. Go away.
Yeah.
Well, do it on FaceTime on your way home.
Right. Exactly. Driving in the left lane too slow.
Well,
that's funny.
I will say this: if you wanted to be interested in something they talk about, you could have brought some pod decks to the bar. You like that segue,
what a
right?
Sweet segue.
That was nice. He just lobbed it, and I just went.
Yeah,
that's good. Called pro. That's why you have shirts that say pro.
Yeah, I don't think that's it, but yeah, we'll go with that. So what pod decks are is they are questions in a deck on cards. They're for budding podcasters. They're icebreakers. I like to bring them to the bar, and hey, these people look like they need something to talk about, and they'll just pop a card.
These people are boring me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're boring me and each other.
Awkward first dates, drop a pod deck card.
Exactly. So what we like to do is we like to have our guests pick from a deck and pick a card from that deck. So the decks that we have to choose from are the episode deck, interview deck 1, interview deck 2, would you rather, what the heck, and then they've got 2 awesome new decks. First off, the how dare you deck.
It has to be said that way.
It has to be said that way. Yeah. And also, what the fuck, which has this really cool MTV looking logo going on.
MTV logo.
Yeah.
That is clever. That is clever.
So each of you pick a deck, and we'll pick a card from each.
You know the deck that stood out to me? I bet no one picks this deck.
Go for it.
Interview deck 2.
Interview deck 2.
Somebody picked it last week.
Son of a get this.
Luke, actually, you're super original.
Actually, you know what?
Original is really it.
Actually, since we did tape that already, and this is coming out before it,
they're copying.
Technically, you are the first one.
Eat it, rando.
See, eventually you became a trendsetter.
Yeah. Nice.
Fleur,
had to work hard.
I'll do the what the fuck ones.
Okay.
All right.
So while I do that,
Mike's going to
I thought
shuffle them.
Deck 2 was a sure thing.
Yeah, other people have grabbed onto that one too.
Yeah, it's a popular deck.
Everybody likes
one of
the
my
number
pet
2.
peeves. People trying to be original.
Yeah, God forbid anyone tries anymore.
So
Ooh,
while
you get
Mike
the sound
is
effects of
shuffling, I'll just tell everybody that's listening that you can go to poddex.com, check out these decks, check out their swag, all kinds of fun stuff. You can grab them one deck at a time. They have packages, and they also have an app that you can get. And if you do decide to get something from Poddex, use the promo code BACON.
Because everything is better with bacon.
And get 10% off your entire order. So definitely check that out. They're a cool company. Yeah.
So
really giving those a shuffle. Wow.
With that said, well, no, they're two separate decks.
Don't go to poddicks.com though. It's a whole different site.
Woo!
Very different site.
Very different site.
Yeah.
Unless you're into that kind of thing.
Which is that might be a thing. That's fine.
We have been talking about
we don't
pets though,
judge
so
you.
definitely go to hamster.com. We are going left to right. You tell me when to stop.
Is this me?
Yes, this is you.
Stop right there. That's the one. That's the money.
This is the one. Luke, if everything in your house had to be one color and one color only, what would that be?
Wow. That's tough. Everything in my house. I feel like in a house, the safe answer is white because you can get away with that. But that seems like it'd get very boring. I think I will go.
Are we talking different shades or just
I was
one
gonna ask that.
shade of one color?
I'm gonna say single color, no shades.
Yeah.
No shades. Wow. So you got to think about what it makes you feel because if everything was red, that'd be like very intense all the time.
Right.
I don't think I could
Very
do that.
porno-like.
I think gray would get sad.
Yeah, although a lot of my house is grey, but different shades.
I know, I have a lot of gray and white in our house too. So I think my heart says blue, like a light blue, because I think it's calming. I could deal with that. It would be a lot, and I'd leave my house a lot. Like I couldn't.
I'd leave my house a lot.
But if I have to stare at one color, I think a light blue. It could make that work.
Excellent.
Although I would think in the daytime, if you have like sky-facing lights or windows, everything would be blue. It'd be hard to find things too. You'd like trip over.
But I'm
shit.
thinking, like, what color wouldn't? That's true. Yeah, man.
Maybe
what
cream?
color wouldn't be awful? I think everything would be awful. Yeah,
probably everything would be awful.
I don't think
Just
there's a single answer that doesn't make this miserable.
Yeah, different degrees of misery.
Is the answer.
Yeah.
Walls, floor, sofa.
Your
chicken sandwich.
Right.
Ooh.
You just have
I've had one of those.
Skinned up shins everywhere because you're just walking into shit.
Yeah.
That sounds awful. I think yellow would probably yellow's supposed to be like a great color. I think that would probably drive me nuts more though.
Yeah, yellow would be a lot.
Yeah, it's just
orange.
like vibrant, like too vibrant.
Anything vibrant you would just be really overwhelmed after a while, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's got to be a very soft shade of whatever.
I think blue might be the way I would go too.
Yeah.
I think that's
like a soft.
What about a sage?
Blue.
Sage blue.
Chartreuse.
Pale sage. Pale
But
sage.
chartreuse is very yellowish.
Yeah, chartreuse is very vivid. Yeah.
You could sway.
That's like a limey yellow.
Yeah, look it up. The uncultured swine.
I knew the
You're
word.
a bartender. You must serve it sometimes, maybe. Okay, let's do my question.
All righty, here we go.
I work at one of those shitty bars, not the ones with the nice drinks.
You don't do the jazzy cubes.
You don't have the good ice. But you
I
don't
have the
charge
good
for
ice.
it.
I do have a cool bar,
though.
but I do not charge for
Stop.
cool ice.
Yeah.
Stop.
All right.
Oh God.
Fleur, would you ever consider writing to someone in jail as a pen pal?
Okay, this is really
would.
funny
This is an
because
easy
I
answer.
listen to a podcast called All Killer No Filler, and they literally start every episode with a disclaimer that because it's about serial killers, and they say as long as we're doing this podcast, it stops us from writing to them in prison. But they obviously don't mean it because they never would. But I don't know if I would. I am very interested as I think
You wouldn't?
spoke
I
about
thought you were going to say yes
extensively,
for sure.
Yeah, before that, I'm very interested in serial killers, but more like for studying and why people turn into them. I don't know if I would want to befriend one.
Maybe they would tell you why, though. You get info.
Yeah, maybe. And I love that my mind just went to the only people in prison are serial killers.
I was going to bring that up. I was like, you could.
Maybe
you could talk to people that have
who did some fraud.
too many traffic tickets.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, this tax fraud criminal seems like a real interesting guy.
Only serial. Did you kill a bunch of people?
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm not very.
Yeah, then I'm not interested. No, I guess it would depend on what they were in prison for. Because, like, if my mum ended up going to jail, I'm writing to her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
My mum would never, because she's the most gentlest woman in the entire world. But as an example, if Luke ended up there for getting mad about ice in a bar one time, I would write to him and tell him how life was going.
Too far.
There you go.
Disorderly conduct.
Yeah, I'd let him know what the 411 was. So
I appreciate.
I don't know.
That.
It depends. It depends. But no, in general, if it was someone I loved, yes. If it's someone I don't know, no, I'm not. I don't need a pen pal in jail.
See, I had a bass player who he wrote to serial killers. He got like memorabilia and stuff like that.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, like legit stuff. Like he actually.
You're gonna have to let me know which one after this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He actually legit got one of the. I don't even remember which killer it was, but he had him like draw this. No, he had to draw this picture of him and his wife in like
beautiful ceremony.
His style artwork. He had him draw it, and they sent it from prison and stuff. Yeah,
he was an artist. Dharma? I don't even know. I don't remember.
I don't even remember who it was, but
I don't know.
It was.
That's wild.
He's got some wild shit.
Well, wasn't it? It was
not for me.
It was Ted Bundy. I thought that like the guy that finally got him to confess did so by befriending him and trying to gain his trust.
Oh yeah. That's like a whole thing. Yeah,
right.
But I don't know if he was like writing to him like, "Today is Wednesday. It's grey outside."
It's Tuesdays with Maury.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a thing. And like, while I enjoy true crime stuff and things like that, he was like, "Dude, look what he drew for me," because he was like befriending these guys. And I was like,
did he think that would impress
people? Cool.
He drew it in his own blood.
Yeah, and his tears. And maybe some sperm, probably.
Yeah, right, yeah. We were going to go there.
It's got a lot of paint in there? Nope. What colors are they?
His house is all red.
All right.
Okay.
So I think we should switch.
Yeah, let's switch over.
We should switch, but
we got 3 more to do.
Right.
So
we do, yeah.
If you're listening to this now, you're either going to have to wait for tomorrow, or if you're listening to it now and it's Friday, go ahead and hop over to my top 5.
Yeah.
And go listen to the rest of this.
Or any day after that. Any day after that.
Exactly. Before we do that, though, guys, can you let them know where to find you, your podcast, and all that fun stuff?
Podcast is My Top 5. You can find it on anywhere and everywhere you get podcasts. On our socials as My Top Pod, and my socials are all at Fleur Shomo.
Yep, echo that. Except I'm Luke Show Me Mo.
Nice.
Same thing.
All right.
That's
until tomorrow. Please remember to always ask yourself, Luke, do you know what that question is?
The most important question in life.
Something about bacon, I bet.
Swing and a miss.
What's your bacon?
Yeah! There we go. I think she cheated, though. She's done this a couple times.
I think so.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Last time I had
yeah. It's not how you play the game. It's whether you win or lose.
Agreed.
And I lost.
So head over to my top 5. We'll see you then.
Find it out. Check it out. What's your bacon?
In 10 seconds. Bye.
Cool.
Okay, so I sent you that Zoom link. Just click on there. The password to get in is just podcast.
Cool. Real quick, Luke. Well, Fleur, you want to do it too? You want to do a quick bumper for us? Just say, "This is Luke and Fleur from My Top 5 podcast." You could, plug where you find it, and then "You're Consuming Bacon" is my podcast.
Okay.
All right. So,
third time's a charm.
Why? What's going on? Why are we recording this for the third time now? Now, 2 hours later into the night. What happened?
I don't know.
Updates, things of that nature.
Okay. So as a musician, as a recording artist,
right,
who records their own music, we all hate updates. Apple, you don't know
everything.
Yeah, you don't know if Apple is gonna work or not work or whatever. So it could be a problem.
Yeah.
Hence why I don't update things right away, and then I'll go and do a little Google search. Okay, is this working with this Software, yes, cool. I'll update it, and then so this way it doesn't mess up with my workflow.
Of course, yeah.
That being said, it's starting to cause some problems now. So I will be updating when I have more than 10 minutes to be out here alone.
Right. Yeah. That's the other big thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Trying to find time to do any of this stuff.
But this is a great episode. Once again,
it was. I'm trying to recall now what we said last time. It doesn't really like if I just think about what we did earlier. Like, truth be told, we just recorded the episode. 2 hours ago?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. And then we've just been kind of hanging out and having a few drinks and talking about business stuff and Bacon is my podcast stuff, which stay tuned because lots of fun things are coming up. But yeah, we had a fun time tonight doing the My Top 5 podcast, which was super fun. And
definitely
you saw
go
part
over
one of that just now.
Saw right now. Go over to their feed, My Top 5 podcast or My Top 5 pod on social media, My Top Pod. Go over there. Take a listen to the second half. Find out what really irks us.
Here are our pet peeves.
What really grinds our gears.
And you know what didn't make it to the episode?
What?
Updates. They didn't make it.
Yeah, that didn't.
Right? Like updates. Like, although I will say that the one of the things that did make it for me was things that have one job.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was on this one or if that's coming.
No, that was this one.
That was this one. Okay. So yeah, one job. Mm-hmm. Right? Like what we're doing right now, it's supposed to record us visually and audibly. Mm-hmm. And it did not do that.
It did visually.
Right.
Not audibly.
So you mean to tell me that we could have Kung Fu moved this thing. Which would have been fantastic. Can we do that for an episode?
We need to do that.
Can we absolutely do an episode where it's totally Kung Fu movie?
I'm so behind that.
I didn't think about that until just now.
Yeah, we should have done that. That would have been great. Wow.
So there will be a future episode where it's all voiceover bad. Mm-hmm. So you'll have to come to Strangerhood TV to check it out. But for now, thank you for checking out this episode. We do appreciate you being here. And this episode was brought to you by drinkwildbills.com, grillyourassoff.com, poddex.com, where you can get 10% off of any orders that you do on those with the promo code BACON, as well as
Manscaped. Use the promo code BACONPOD, get 20% off and free shipping. They're like the sponsor.
Yeah, keep your marbles shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny, shiny, shiny marbles.
Jimsy, where can they find you?
You can find me and my shiny marbles at Jimmy G's Shoes on all the socials. Check me out there. And my band Craving Strange. Just go to cravingstrange.net. You can find everything there. Our newest videos, our newest everything, all of our socials, all that stuff. We have a brand new song called I Run Away that is out. Please check it out. If you like it, send us a message. Send Craving Strange a message, or send me a message here at hashtag What's Your Bacon. Let me know if the song's your bacon. If it's not,
the song is my bacon.
Let me know if it's not your bacon too. That's totally cool too. That's totally fine. Where can they find you, bud?
Me personally, I am at my own self, Mike, on all the socials. You can catch my band Something Heavy Music. Something Heavy is on all streaming platforms. We have some new music coming out very soon.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. You can find us collectively at Bacon is My Pod on all the socials, including TikTok, the one singular TikTok video that we have out. But also...
Well, we have more TikTok videos by now, right? I would think.
I don't know. Did you make them?
Possibly not.
Oh, okay.
Aren't we paying someone to do that?
I don't know. Did they give you a rate?
Anybody want a job? Let us know. Let us know if you want to do our TikTok videos.
Hashtag what's your TikTok?
Hashtag what's your bacon? And let us know if you want to partner with Bacon in My Podcast. If you want to be part of the team, let us know. We're always out there with an eye open for eager beavers.
Yes.
That want to break in.
Also, check out baconsmypodcast.com for swag like this.
Yeah.
Check out patreon.com.
Don't you dare ax them.
Bacon is my podcast for where we eat disgusting things.
Or cook delicious things.
It's
really a yin and yang.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We do live streams as well, watch-alongs, and it helps the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, like, our music.
Yeah, Bacon is my passion.
It's on all streaming platforms.
It's a band.
It is a band.
It's a band of two.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two-person band. We made songs. Hope you like them. Check them out. If you don't like them, let us know. If you do like them, let us know. Let us know if it's your bacon. Let us know what is your bacon, right? Because isn't that the question? Isn't that the eternal question of life?
Question. Yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
What's your bacon?
What's your goddamn bacon?
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. And before we get into this week, if one episode just isn't enough for you and you need a little bit more Bacon is My Podcast, head on over to patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast. Over there, you will get access to monthly live streams, discounts on merch, early and commercial-free access to Bacon is My Podcast episodes. Some of them are even extended surprise giveaways, additional shows, including Tasting is My Passion, and, of course, Cooking with Bacon is My Passion. And, oh yeah, you get a crap ton of music. That's right, all of Jimmy and Mike's bands, previous, current, whatever it is, you'll get access to that music, demos, and much, much more. Just head on over to patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast and learn what the hoopla is all about.